you doing? This is Demetrius Anderson coming to you once again with another video. I hope that you're having a blessed day. I hope that you continue to just let God prosper you. Let God carry you through these situations, these minute situations that we think are big problems, when they're only a minor step in order to push you forward. They're supposed to make you uncomfortable so that you don't get complacent. You know, we always mad at the problems that we have, but don't look at the problems as problems. Look at God and say that God is bigger than my problems, than my the current situations, because these current situations are nothing to be compared to the glory that God shall reveal within you. So continue to move forward. The purpose of this video is to show how dedication elevates ambition through 7 steps. These 7 steps will help me grow as a person. I know they're going to help you grow as long as you implement these steps. These 7 steps are not, they don't happen in no particular order. You can, you can be going through all seven of these steps at one time. So never be weary in well-doing. Keep moving forward. So this video was brought to you by Dedication Elevates Ambition. So when you dedicate your life to something, it elevates the world that you think about it and the thing and the world around that thing. So continue to move forward, because growth starts with you. Think of yourself as a clam. Because when you see a clam at the bottom of the ocean, all you see it doing is mundane things. It's just sitting there doing nothing. But as this clam is sitting at the bottom of the ocean, something starts to happen. Sand gets inside its shell. Once sand gets inside of the shell of this mussel, of this clam, it starts to get unstable. It starts to move. It starts to allow the current to drift them off. It starts to get angry. But you got to know, through this anger, this clam is building something. Something is building on the inside of it. Something extraordinary. The most valuable commodity that this clam has. And that thing is a pearl. So when you find yourself in a situation that you don't feel like you can get out of, when you find yourself in a situation that, it seems like everybody is going against you, know that that temporary problem is building something on the inside of you. And the thing in which it's building is your passion, your love. It's building your purpose. So don't, like I told you before, don't be weary in well-doing. Keep moving forward. Keep anticipating moves ahead, and stop only thinking about the thing that you're going through at this moment. Because this moment cannot be compared to the glory that God shall reveal within us through His Son, Jesus Christ. So continue to move forward. Everybody go through trials and tribulations. This life is meant to hurt us so that we grow, so that we can spread the love and the knowledge to the next generation, the wisdom and everything that they need, so that when they come to their roadblocks, it'll be easier for them to get out of them, because now they have experience. Although they might not listen to you, because some of these kids are bullheaded, some of these kids are buttholes, and they're just not going to listen to you all the first time or whatever. But some will. Just continue to tell them all the same thing. Move forward. Trust God. Don't be complacent. Don't be weary in well-doing. Tell them the same thing you tell yourself in order to get you motivated. So that they stay motivated. And or when they get to the situation in which throws off their motivation, those words will play back in their head and it'll build them right back up. So, like I said, my life, these 7 steps helped me in my life. I was going through situations where like I said, I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to just say, skip this life. I can't do it anymore. But God showed me another way. I was reading the Bible, and these 7 steps just jumped out to me. And it's crazy. It was Psalms chapter 34 I was reading. And that whole chapter, it reads like a process. And through this process, you gain a sense of security, a sense of motivation, a sense of drive, that when trials and tribulations come, you won't get weary. You will keep moving forward. You know that people won't hurt you anymore, because now you're not focusing on the things, on the problems, but you're focusing on the solution. The first step is to find yourself and or find God. You know, we need to find ourselves first. We need to find God first. Because before anything, before you go out and start a business, before you go out and do anything, you have to know what you're doing. You got to know who you are as a person, so that when you gain a certain level of success, so that when things start happening for you, you don't get arrogant. You stay humble. You don't even have to be starting a business. You can just be trying to become a better person. And if you don't know yourself, you will never change. You will always be the same. You'll keep going through the same cycles. So find out who you are first. Step 2 is make a plan. Make a plan for whatever you do in life. In the Bible it says, for the lack of vision, the people perished. So for the lack of being able to see past the position in front of you, the next step, having the ability to see past that step is what I mean. Make a plan. And once you make that plan, stick to it with everything that you have. Because it's going to be things that come to distract you from that plan. But you got to know and push forward through whatever situation you're going through. And God is going to bring you out on the other side. Your diligence, dedication, and drive, hustle, whatever you want to call it, will continue to push you forward. Step 3, patience. Because without patience, we can't go anywhere. Without developing your talents through patience and work, you can't get anywhere. And that's what you see me doing right now. I'm working on my craft in order to better myself. That's why I haven't came out with a new video in a little while. Because I've been dedicating my life to this craft. I've been going to school, doing other things off camera, so that when I get on camera, I'm prepared. Because it's better to stay prepared than to, when you get the opportunity, when an opportunity finally comes, the biggest opportunity of life, you mess it up because you weren't ready. Step 4, there are no shortcuts to success. No shortcuts. Step 4. So when that person comes up to you and tell you, hey, I got this little shortcut you could take in order to get to where you're trying to go, don't listen. Because sometimes it's not about the shortcut. Sometimes it's about the steps, the little steps, to teach you, to make you appreciate the thing in which you're doing. Because how do you know if you're doing it right? How do you know if you're doing it wrong? You don't. You just move. And if you do it right or wrong, things pop up. You never know what if you're going to do, make the right decision or the bad or a worse decision until you make it. So don't take shortcuts. Shortcuts only going to lead you backwards. We trying to move forward. No backwards moving unless it's to teach you something. Because we always, I've heard a lot of famous people say, embrace failure. Embrace that thing. Because once you embrace failure, and you work on whatever you failed at the first time, you get better at it. You gain more knowledge. I was talking to my nephew and he was telling me how he was struggling in school. And I told him, and he said, I couldn't pass this class. I ended up not passing it. I failed it. And now I got to take it over next semester. And I told him, I said, maybe you were supposed to fail it. Maybe, you seen that you didn't know how to do it, and maybe it was aligned so that you could fail. Because once you failed and come back, now you know what the teacher is going to come at you with. You know the math problems, the science problems, whatever it may be. You know the problems now. And now that you got a view of it, you're able to understand it better because now you've heard the terminology that the person is going to use, he or she, and it's going to help you, benefit you in the long run because now you could just move forward. Now nothing gonna hold you back unless you still don't get it. And if you still don't get it, you're just gonna have to take the class over. So eventually you're gonna get it. Eventually it's just gonna snap in your head and say, this is what I was doing wrong. So continue to move forward. Never give up. Step 5. This step is all about consistency. Because consistency is everything in this life. If you're consistent with the things in which you do, you will always be successful at that thing. So trust the process and stay consistent. Even when it hurts, stay consistent. Step 6 is haters. You're going to have haters along the way. People are going to hate you because that's their job. Their job is to hate. Haters are going to hate. Taylor Swift lyrics. But it don't matter. It don't matter. People are going to hate on you. That's their job. So move forward. Don't allow those enemies to stop you from progressing. Because progress is everything. Progress is why you sitting here learning about these 7 steps. And step 7 is stabilization and or success. Because when you get to a point where nothing bothers you no more, no opinions from nobody else, nothing that nobody does bothers you, you just move forward. You continue to move forward. And you see the problems, you're going to face problems, you see those problems and you face those problems head on now. You don't cower down and say, oh, what am I going to do? You think about a plan and you make it, and you make it work for you. You make it work for you. The first person that ran a business, do you think they knew how to run a business, or did they just do something and it happened to work? Make that plan. Figure out what you're going to do. Figure out yourself. Make the plan. Be patient. Don't look for shortcuts. Be consistent. Embrace the haters. And you will gain every level of success in which you're looking for. Every level of success. Because no matter what, we're going to find ourselves in situations where we get hurt. We're going to find ourselves in situations where no matter what, we have to change. We're going to find ourselves in situations where we don't have to change. Because change is inevitable. No matter what situation you go through, you're going to have to change something in order to become better. Something. Your mind is going to have to alter. So never be weary of well-doing, and embrace change, embrace failure, and you will be successful. In Philippians it says, brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth towards those things which are before. I press toward the prize for the mark. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. So I press toward that mark. I press toward the thing in which I feel I deserve, and the thing in which has been set aside for me. So be consistent. Stay consistent. Develop a sense of confidence. Because, it may seem like I'm going all over the place. I'm not. I'm staying in the same realm in which I've been talking about this whole time. You just got to catch up. Stay consistent and be confident, no matter what. Because confidence will lead you to a lot of places. A lot of people, you see a lot of people in this lifetime that, it look like they're getting further when they don't have the skills that you have. They may be getting further than you when they don't have, where they're not equipped with the same skills as you. But their confidence in learning whatever they're doing is pushing them forward faster. Their ability to grasp what's going on and making a plan to alter whoever's giving them the opportunities perception. The ability for them to alter that perception is maybe their gift. And maybe their confidence, like I said, is pushing them faster before you. And sometimes people get pushed before you. You don't have to be, you don't have to get to the point where you jealous or envious of everybody's success. Success happens to everybody. You just got to find your level of success. Because everybody's level is different. My capacity may be higher than yours. Your capacity may be higher than mine. Who knows? And even if we have the same capacity, we could be doing the exact same thing, but I may be able to reach somebody that you don't. Or you may be able to reach somebody that I don't. It's all vice versa. But whatever the case may be, don't be envious of nobody else's success. I've told you the 7 steps in order to become a better person, in order to further your career, further your life. And these 7 steps will help you no matter what. Because when you dedicate your life to something, it elevates the way that you think about it in the world around you, in the world around that thing. You've learned or heard the different perspectives in which I've given you out of these 7 steps. These 7 steps will allow you to gain faith and confidence in your gifts and in God, in yourself, in order for you to move forward. My mother told me before she died on November 24th, the only thing that she regret in life is not becoming a nurse. She regretted these things because she didn't follow her dreams. Although she did everything possible, she did every job that a nurse would do. She was a home care physician. She gave medicine. She wiped butts. She did everything that a nurse would do. But she never got the college degree and basically that certificate stating that she was a nurse. And that's the one thing that she regret. But although she didn't do that, I seen strength in her. I seen dedication to help people. And I seen a sense of love that I've never seen before. A sense of love to take a child in that you don't know where he come from. You don't know nothing about the child. And to take that child in and to nurse it, to bring it in, for a woman to bring it in and to treat that child as if that child was hers. And to raise that child like it is hers. And to allow that child to have a better future, which is me. She did that for me. So although she didn't do everything that she wanted to do in this life, her dedication, her dedication elevated her ambition. Her dedication to me, helping me, elevated the way that she looked at me, the way that she It made her look at my success and be like, dang, I'm living through him.